Tonight we embark on a journey into the heart of American folklore, diving deep into the enigmatic legend of the Abbagoochie. This creature is as American as apple pie, a symbol deeply rooted in the nation's imagination. Imagine apple pie, but with a wild twist: feathers, fur, and hooves. Picture this: the wise, knowing head of a great horned owl, seamlessly blended with the sleek, agile body of a red fox, all supported by the sturdy, graceful legs of a white-tailed deer. It's nature's wildest, most unexpected mashup, a true chimera of the forest. The Abbagoochie is more than just another cryptid sighting. It's a walking, hooting, trotting embodiment of adaptation and survival in the wild. Some whisper of it as a menace, a threat lurking in the shadows, while others see it as a marvel, a testament to nature's boundless creativity. Either way, this creature stubbornly refuses to be categorized or confined. With its piercing, unblinking owl eyes, always watching, always assessing, and its sneaky fox paws, silently navigating the undergrowth, it's a riddle wrapped in a mystery, all bundled up inside a fur and feather coat. Critics often fear its unpredictable nature and its apparent intellect because, after all, a head that big and those eyes that sharp must be plotting something, right? But perhaps fear is simply a form of respect for what we don't yet fully understand. I see potential, a spark of something truly unique. It's part predator, part prey, and all ingenuity, a master of adaptation. Why settle for being just one thing when you can be everything? The Abbagoochie didn't just break the mold of conventional wildlife, it devoured it, rewriting the rules of the game. This isn't just some backwoods Bigfoot knockoff, a pale imitation of a more famous legend. It's a role model, an inspiration for anyone who refuses to be ordinary, who dares to be different. It's a call to action, a challenge to us all. Be more, do more, embrace your unique strengths, and always keep your enemies guessing. The Abbagoochie is a legend, a symbol of the untamed wilderness, and maybe, just maybe, the unlikely hero we never knew we desperately needed. It's the ultimate American original, a true product of this land, confusing, chaotic, utterly unique, and absolutely impossible to ignore. So is the Abbagoochie a national treasure, a precious part of our natural heritage, or a national menace, a threat to the established order? The answer, as it so often is with matters of the heart and the wild, is yes. In a world that constantly demands labels and neat classifications, the Abbagoochie stands tall, gloriously, stubbornly unclassifiable, a true enigma. And that, my friends, is precisely why we're gathered here tonight, to unravel this mystery. Welcome to the legend of the Abbagoochie. The Abbagoochie's story starts far from Appalachia in the rainforests of Costa Rica. Down there, it earned the nickname Dry Land Piranha. Locals respected and feared it for its legendary feeding frenzies. It kept rodents in check, scared off ocelots, and could strip a mango to the pit in seconds. Packs of Abbagoochies would descend on anything edible, leaving only dust and confusion. They were the jungle's cleanup crew, efficient, relentless, and a little terrifying. This tropical terror was perfectly adapted to its home, part of a delicate ecosystem. But then, someone got the bright idea to move it north. Enter the government, always ready to fix one problem by creating another. They saw a solution to Appalachian pests in this furry, feathered engine of consumption. What could go wrong? Everything. The Abbagoochie was about to trade the jungle for the mountains, and chaos was coming with it. Sometimes the best intentions make the wildest messes. And so the legend began to migrate. From Costa Rica to West Virginia, the Abbagoochie was on the move. To 1999. A time of transition, as the old millennium gave way to the new. Y2K panic gripped the nation, boy bands dominated the airwaves, and an unexpected pest problem was brewing in the heart of West Virginia. The state's delicate ecosystem was about to face an unusual challenge. Coyotes and raccoons were running wild, their populations exploding and causing havoc throughout the state, and the WVDNR, the West Virginia Division of Natural Resources, needed a fix, and fast. Their answer? A solution so outlandish, so secretive, it could only be whispered about in hushed tones: import the Abbagoochie. Operation Appalachian Cleanup was born, a clandestine project shrouded in mystery, at least according to local whispers and the occasional late-night conversation at the local diner. The plan secretly release a breeding population into the vast expanse of the Monongahela National Forest. The hope these owl-fox-deer hybrids, these apex predators, would outsmart and outhustle the local pests, restoring balance to the struggling ecosystem. No traps, no poisons, a natural solution, or so they thought. Just a few dozen feathered piranhas set loose upon the unsuspecting wilderness. On a moonless night, under the cloak of secrecy, unmarked crates arrived, their contents a mystery to all but a select few. The Abbagoochies blinked in the cold Appalachian air, taking their first breaths of freedom in their new home. For a while it seemed to work, a quiet victory for the WVDNR. The creatures vanished into the wilderness, blending seamlessly into the dense undergrowth. The WVDNR congratulated itself, patting themselves on the back for a job well done. Problem solved, right? A textbook case of successful wildlife management? Not quite. The Abbagoochies weren't gone, they were merely lying in wait. They were adapting, evolving, becoming something far more formidable than anyone could have imagined. They multiplied, learned the lay of the land, and soon their presence would be impossible to ignore, a disruptive force reshaping the very fabric of the ecosystem. The experiment was about to backfire in spectacular fashion, unleashing a chain of events that no one could control. Sometimes nature doesn't read the government's memos, and it certainly doesn't follow the rules. And sometimes the solution is wilder, more unpredictable, than the problem it was meant to solve. The Abbagoochie was about to make West Virginia its own, transforming the landscape and the lives of those who called it home. The mountains would never be the same, forever altered by the arrival of this mysterious creature. Welcome to the aftermath, where the consequences of good intentions are about to be revealed. The first sign of trouble? Unsettling hoots in the night. Farmers heard strange noises, saw flashes of feathers, and glimpsed deer legs vaulting fences. The Abbagoochies weren't just surviving, they were thriving, and hungry. Chickens vanished, pumpkins were pillaged, and sheep became easy targets. Raccoons, once the trash can kings, now lived in fear. The cure had become worse than the disease. Locals armed themselves, reinforced coops, and formed neighborhood watches, not for burglars, but for feathered menaces. Panic spread, and the Abbagoochie became front-page news. The WVDNR denied everything, but the evidence was everywhere. Bizarre tracks, half-eaten crops, and chaos. The Abbagoochie was out, breeding and treating West Virginia like an all-you-can-eat buffet. The Great Escape was complete. Sometimes the wildest stories are the ones you can't ignore, and this one was just getting started. To truly understand the Abbagoochie, to grasp the essence of this elusive creature, you have to hear directly from the people, from those who've actually encountered it, who've seen it with their own eyes. Earl, a seasoned farmer, swears he saw one perched right on his fence one morning. Owl eyes piercing and yellow, deer legs, unnaturally long and slender, and a hoot so loud and strange that it scared his goats dry, sending them scattering in all directions. Brenda, the owner of the local diner, recounts stories from truckers who claim to have been chased down Route 33 late at night, by a hooting, glaring blur, a shape that defies easy description. Chickens are mysteriously vanishing from their coops, disappearing without a trace, and trail cameras occasionally catch fleeting glimpses of something truly bizarre, a creature that looks like a feathered fox, perhaps even wearing high heels. Skeptics like Gary, the local science teacher, are quick to blame misidentified animals and the power of suggestion fueled by local folklore. There's simply no such thing as a mammal-bird hybrid, he insists with unwavering conviction. But he's never had to personally defend his bird feeder from a flying, scheming cryptid with a taste for sunflower seeds. Then there's Mildred, a sweet old woman who leaves out a bowl of milk on her porch every single night. It keeps the coyotes away, she explains with a knowing smile. Strange-looking creature, but surprisingly polite. For some, the Abbagoochie represents a genuine threat, a danger lurking in the shadows. For others, it's simply another quirky neighbor. Whether it's belief or skepticism, the legend of the Abbagoochie continues to grow and evolve with each new sighting and whispered tale. In West Virginia, where the mountains are old and the forests are deep, stories often feel as real and tangible as the muddy footprints left in the forest. The Abbagoochie, whatever it may be, has become an undeniable part of the landscape now, woven into the fabric of the community. Whether you fear it, doubt its existence, or even leave out a bowl of milk in hopes of appeasing it, the Abbagoochie is here to stay, it seems. The front lines of this mystery are everywhere you look, and the legend, like a persistent weed, just keeps growing stronger. Sometimes the wildest and most unbelievable tales are the ones that people simply can't stop telling, passing them down through generations. And this particular tale, the one of the Abbagoochie, shows no signs of going away anytime soon. When legends grow, experts weigh in. Dr. Finch, cryptozoologist, calls the Abbagoochie the find of the century, a new branch of the animal kingdom. He points to tracks, eyewitnesses, and the sheer volume of stories. Dr. Vance, wildlife biologist, rolls her eyes. No evidence, just blurry photos and tall tales. She calls it folklore, not biology. Then there's Cletus, leaning on his truck, shotgun in hand. Don't know what it is, don't care. Tried to get in my smokehouse, so I stopped it. Science wants proof. Folklore wants a good story. Locals want their bacon safe. The debate rages in diners, bait shops, and university halls. The only thing everyone agrees on? Something strange is happening in the mountains. Proof or not, the Abbagoochie has become a force. Sometimes belief is more powerful than evidence, and sometimes a shotgun is the final word. In West Virginia, the legend is alive, and so is the argument. The truth? Still up for grabs. At first, the Abbagoochie was a disaster. Livestock lost, gardens raided, and insurance claims piling up. But West Virginians are nothing if not resourceful. If you can't beat it, sell t-shirts. Soon, Abbagoochie jerky, wooden carvings, and bumper stickers appeared. The town festival was rebranded, drawing crowds for Abbagoochie calling contests and sighting tours. The creature became a mascot, a marketing goldmine, and a point of pride. Locals complained by day, sold souvenirs by night. The legend had to stay dangerous enough to be exciting, but not too scary for tourists. The Abbagoochie became part of the town's identity. A monster, a mascot, and a moneymaker. It's the American way. Turn chaos into commerce. The wildest stories make the best souvenirs. And the Abbagoochie became a legend you could buy, wear, and celebrate. Sometimes the best way to survive a menace is to make it your own. And West Virginia did just that. What does the government say? Officially nothing. The DNR denies everything, but we found redacted documents hinting at unforeseen behavioral adaptations and concern over lock-picking abilities. Budget requests mention wildlife-proof fencing and, bizarrely, amnesia-inducing aerosols. One field report references multiple casualties and Containment Protocol Omega. What's Protocol Omega? No one knows, but it sounds ominous. The official story is denial, but the paperwork tells a different tale. The government tried to fix a problem and created a legend. Now the truth is buried under black bars and bureaucratic silence. Sometimes the wildest secrets are hidden in plain sight. The Abbagoochie is proof that the best stories survive redaction. The legend lives on no matter what the paperwork says. In West Virginia, the truth is stranger than fiction, and the Abbagoochie is the strangest truth of all. So what is the Abbagoochie? Cryptid, hoax, or something in between? It's a legend woven into Appalachian culture. A boogeyman, a celebrity, a scapegoat. Lost tomatoes, Abbagoochie. Strange noise, Abbagoochie. Missing keys, probably the Abbagoochie. Legends don't need to be real to be powerful. They just need believers. Maybe the real question isn't if it's real, but what it represents. It's skepticism, resilience, and the wild spirit of the American wilderness. The only thing truly at risk was the town's boring sense of reality. So next time you're in West Virginia, listen for a hoot, watch for deer legs, and don't panic. Just smile. You've met a true American original. The Abbagoochie cryptid hoax legend. And maybe with enough support, the next state mascot. It's certainly more interesting than another bear. And that, folks, is the legend that refuses to die.